G'day guys and girls, welcome back to Sidequest Gaming, where we take a look at both old and new games to try and uncover some of those little hidden gems you might want to give a crack and try out for yourself. Today we're looking at a demo for a title named Tower Dominion, which is a tower defense game that is coming out soon. And tower defense is a genre that I have pretty close to my heart, even though there's a million of them out there, because I feel it's one of those genres that is really difficult to get right. When it works, it really works. When it doesn't, it becomes a really repetitive and mind-numbing experience. So I think there's a bit of an art to a good tower defense, and I personally really enjoy them when you find the right one. Let's dive in for about 20 to 30 minutes of gameplay. As always, I will give a bit of a wrap-up of my thoughts, feelings, and impressions at the end. Let's get into it. Alright, we get to pick kind of a hero that determines our build and a map. In the demo, there's only these three kind of different biomes that are available, and we could pick a Warden Gerhard, which has buildings that gain 15% damage and starts with 5 Miradors, which is a tower, or we could get the Commissar, which she spawns as a unit in the battle herself, and you get more Grenadiers every other wave. I'm going to go the Warden. Let's give him a shot. Let's dive in. Alright, so what is interesting about this game? What's different about this game? What is different about this game? So it is a kind of tile-based tower defense where you essentially build the pathways the enemies come from as you go. This is our HQ here, which will be upgradable, and one of the interesting bits about this particular title is you both have towers you build and you spawn your own waves that you send against the enemy. So we can either go this way here or this way. I think we're going to go this way and open it up a bit down this direction. Now, the buildings that we have available, we've got our resources up here, we have supply, we have recon, and we have tech. We have a Mirador. Now, our little guy's ability was that any building that is adjacent to at least one Mirador gains 15% damage, so we kind of want to put those together. We can get officers' quarters, which lets us get kind of upgrades around our I guess unique staff members, or our officers. And we've got a sturdy bunker that we can put down. Now, in theory, we probably want to put a bunker down here somewhere. I love the idea of something in that middle point. However, we want it to be next to one of the Miradors, so we're going to have to find a spot where we can do some adjacency. Now, something else worth noting is you will see that you rotate your towers, and they have a very explicit field of fire. So if I put it there, for example, it's going to not be shooting at a lot of them a lot of the time. That's a much better spot. I actually really like this one up here with the +3 to range as well. So let's put that there, and let's put a Mirador right next to it so that it gets the adjacency there. And we're going to save our next lot of money. I think we can look at some upgrades on our various structures. Each set of structures does have a lot of upgrades that you can spend money on. For example, this one gets +50% to rate of fire and reload speed. Ooh, I don't mind that actually. And we could make it so it gets +50% for adjacent bunkers. But let's just go the +50. There we go. Send wave. There we go. And see, we've got our little guys that get sent out automatically from the base each turn to fight against them. They just get squished equally. So there we go. Each end of each wave, we get to select a bundle here. It's not one or the other. It's kind of, you get both. So we can get another bunker that we're able to build. We can, along with a scout hideout, we can get a light mortar position and drill camps, or we can get scouting and field works, which gives us 2 frontline trenches. I'm going to grab this one here. We want another bunker. So see how that adds it down the bottom? Oh, it didn't add it down the bottom. I think it just upgraded the bunker and I was looking at the wrong thing. Let's go again. Trying to save some money. I think we're going to be okay for a bit. And I said that way too soon. We're taking a bit of a pummeling. We are definitely going to need some more defenses out. So, bundle. Let's get a... So the blueprints are the towers we get. So I think I got an upgrade to the bunkers instead of a blueprint. We can get this one, which will get us a random blueprint there. Along with a bunker one. I think I will go that way. And we get to choose another one. We could get... Ooh, an Imperial Barrack. LMG corner that accommodates grenadiers. I kind of want another bunker. I'm feeling the need for bunkers. And now we've got to increase the distance that guys are coming from. Now we could continue to build out this side, but I feel like a weak point for us is that they're spawning right here and getting straight to our base. So let's move that further out. And let's go another one there. I like the idea of that. And then we're going to be able to put, yeah, that one. So these guys should fire pretty quickly. Let's give that a shot. Send it. Oh no. Now I'm going to have to worry about some AA from that side. That's a problem. I have not thought this out well. Fool. Not the worst. This will get us plus 200 supply. We definitely need some more supply. So I think we're going to go with that one. Which should let us... Oh no, it needs recon for that. Oh well. Let's put a... Let's put another bunker here. Ooh, what does that do? Okay, I should have probably built over the other side. Can I sell it? I can. Let's do it like... Ooh. Like that. And then like... that. So that makes their upgrades for that building cheaper. Alright, send wave. That should hold down this side strongly. Yep. Still almost getting through in the air, aren't they? Oh, they did get through. Problems abound over there. I'm needing some different types of towers, I think. Here we go, an AA tower. That's exactly what we're after. Done. Now, do we plonk... Oh, bollocks. That requires a lot more than what we have. Alright, we're going to have to pass the turn again. And we've got another building to put down. I don't mind the idea of trying to move this up, their pathway up this way, so that we can kind of try to consolidate them over this side. Yeah, we definitely need a Puma Tara now. I think I want it right there if I can get the supply for it. Our HQ's taking a pounding. We're going to die next round if we can't get enough money to do something about it. Ooh. That's great, but no, we can't afford it. We need the money, so let's go that one. Is that enough for a Puma Tara? It is. Yep, there we go. And we can't get another Mirador out, but that's okay. Stealth detection. Let's put that right in the center so that at least anything that gets nearby is going to be spotted. Ooh, any upgrades we want to get? I mean, I don't hate the idea of... Oh, that turns that into an air one. Oh. Let's just go that. And how about we give +2 range to the far side? There we go. Okay, that hits a long distance now. Send the wave. Let's see whether we survive one more. Okay, the AA's kicking in. That's helping. Yeah, nice. Feeling better. That was the first one that we got through without losing anything. Nice. How do we... Can we heal our base? I'm feeling worried, hey. I don't think we can, but... Let's go this one. So mortar position sounds like a good idea. And let's extend them out a bit here. Alright, where can we put the mortar? Now you can see that that's quite an interesting placement, because it's got to what am I trying to say? It's very hard to put in a spot that's going to be effectively useful for us. So can we put it here? I don't hate that. I don't know that it's going to be effective, but let's try it. It means it's a last ditch, like they're already on our doorstep, but I don't hate it. One AA gun. Let's make its anti-air even stronger. And frontline trench. Yeah, don't hate that. Where can we build the trenches? Okay. So we need a consistently flat location like that would work. Or that. I mean, I don't hate that. Let's try that. So in theory, our dudes should jump into the trench. No, they don't. They just kind of shoot out of there. Okay. Okay, the mortar's doing its job. That's not bad. Okay, we survived. We are still surviving. Minus 10 costs for bunkers. Yep. We need to expand the map further. I mean, in theory, we could probably loop these together. I don't know what will happen if we do that, but... do we place another bunker like that? Let's do that. Kind of shooting them in the back, but it does what it needs to for us. Oh, that's a problem. No, I think we're going down. I think we're going down. Oh, God, that's getting close. That is... Oh. Alright. Thinking this through. How are we going to survive another round? Okay, so this is like the boss round. Or a boss round. But we are so far from the end of this. We got 10 out of 25. We are in some serious trouble. We have 314. What can we get the most out of with this? We could put an infantry little bunker cornerstone on. That's not going to do it. Looks like a Mirador is the only real thing we can place down. I guess I could put it there. Any upgrades anywhere that will be of use? I mean, I could just do that. Used all our money. Send wave and cross our fingers. So they're the invisible guys. That's what that warning was, which we do have sight to, but we are not actually... That's it? No. I don't know why we weren't shooting it. Shields are a problem. A big problem. Oh, we just got through that. We really need money. We need things that we can spend. And you know what? Like, if I were to say something I'm finding a bit challenging so far with this, it would be the level. This is a cool one. I like this zone expansion that lets us build nice and flat. I'm finding the resources difficult. I just don't feel I'm getting enough of them. I'm going to put that there. which does mean, which obviously, like, you know, that's part of the balance, isn't it? But I am finding it hard to get enough things. Let's make him a detector as well, just in case. Go. I think that was a wise decision. Oh, oof. Just. Is that going up each round? I think it is. Like passively healing. Maybe. More scout hideouts. Not that useful to be. Probably this one. A werewolf position, hey? Let's place that there. And then we'll put another Mirador in this little spot. Okay, that's working. I'm worried about this. Oh no. Definitely need more detection going on. Oh, just surviving that. A Slovak howitzer. I mean, yeah. Okay, we got a bit more money. Could extend out there. Yeah, let's just mix that up. Let's combine there. Why not? Let's put that there. I really need to upgrade some of these to be more detection based. Those invisible ones are killing us. I need to figure out how to increase the amount of resources we get each round. Is that on our HQ? No, it's not. Because, like, that's going to kill us. Oh, just survive. Feels like that should be something I'm able to do, but... Supply. Okay. Yep, let's just make these ones able to hit invisible units. Yep. That makes me feel somewhat better. Yep, that's better. And I think one of those problems with the resource piece is, like, in theory it leads you to the choice of just holding over rounds to save up money, but then you're just going to die. So that is a balance I haven't quite figured out. I don't think there's enough that I can see to allow me to increase that resource rate. Buildings adjacent to 4 other get plus 20 damage. I don't hate that. So we've got a bit of that, or we're getting close to it. All right, let's turn this one up there. And what will we build? Maybe another werewolf. Yeah. Send. That seemed to hold quite well. Supply probably, right? We just need resources at this point. We could go another AA, which is not the worst idea in the world. Yeah, maybe we do that. Okay, what do we have out here? Let's say... Oh, we definitely want that underground camp. That's what I'm missing. These actually provide some resources and things that are... Oh, we're in trouble. Lots of trouble. Just when I got comfortable. That one. Oh, I should have looked at whatever that was a bit more. But there are some passive... So we want to build around this, right? So that gets us plus 15 supply. So kind of annoyingly located for our purposes. But whatever. Let's grab... Yeah, there we go. 100... So we've literally almost halved again our supply production. 1 chaplain per charge. Let's do it. So now when my grenadiers spawn, they should have like a little chaplain dude, which is that guy. Okay, how much trouble am I in? Lots. Is the answer to that? Lots. There we go, we're done. Oh no! We have been crushed by Wave 17. Back. Okay, so what do I think of this game? What do I think of Tower Dominion? The graphics are very functional. I like that. I enjoy the kind of difference in the options. And I do like the kind of Autobattler combined with tower defense mechanic. I enjoy that. I like that idea. I feel that the challenge I am having with it is the amount of it really boils down to the amount of resources you get each turn. That's something I'm finding challenging because I just feel like I am not I'm just feeling like I'm not getting enough choices, and I'm relying a little bit too much on RNG. So an example of what I would change, not that I'm a game developer in any way, shape or form, but what I would change would be to have it so that I could spend my resources on upgrades to my income, basically, so that my choices each turn then become a balance between economic progress and simply getting enough units to survive. So that way it creates a really interesting tension between getting too greedy, basically. It's that old, adage of, going economy versus rush, basically, which I think is a mechanic that works really, really well in games like this. I think the flaw that this game has is that really the choice you're having is the type of defense you're building, but that's almost it, right? Like, am I focusing on air? Am I focusing on ground? Am I focusing on my Autobattler little units that are getting spawned? Now, the difficulty that it has with that is all of those decisions are determined almost purely by the RNG of what you draw each round. Yeah, I think that's my take on this. I think it's enjoyable. I'm having a good time with it, but cheaper costs, and then but I do wonder about its kind of long-term viability without that kind of resource management piece, if that makes sense. Let's put that there. Now let's put another mortar. Firing from behind. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, that works really well. I like that. So yeah, I think that right now I'm going to get cooked from the air units, right? But I think that's the change I would make. I would be making it a bit more control over your resource income and kind of encouraging the player to overspend in that space, to take the risks and then get punished for it. I think that's always a really effective way to set up these sort of tower defense based games. All in all though, it's a really neat little package. It combines like tile-based exploratory mechanics where you build out the map with like Autobattler wave mechanics along with the tower defense side, and I think it combines them in a really effective way. It feels complete and it's enjoyable. I reckon if you like tower defenses, pick it up, have a look at it, see what you think. For me, I think there's a little bit more to go to kind of capture me for my particular taste, but I'm very picky with tower defenses. Anyway, that's been Sidequest Gaming. Thank you so much for spending the time with me, and as always, have an amazing day. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.